It's now time to complete Lesson 2, Chapter 5, Finding and Replacing Items. Please click on Learn and click Continue. Alright, the directions ask us to open a file called the Invitation to Annual Meeting. So I'm going to go to File, Open, and click Browse. Please make sure you hit Browse each time we open a document in Jasper Active. Then go to your documents, find your Jasper Active folder, resource files, and double click to open Invitation to Annual Meeting. And the directions tell us we're going to save it with a slightly different name. So please go File, Save As, and we also need to move it to My Projects. So we're going to click Browse. We're going to go back to our documents, Jasper Active, My Projects. And this time the title is going to be Invitation to Annual Meeting 2016. Now, I know it already says Invitation to Annual Meeting in the file name box, but we're going to retype it all the way from the beginning. So Invitation, please make sure your spelling is correct. Invitation to Annual Meeting 2016. And please press pause at any time on your screen so that you can continue this on your own window. We're going to click Save. And number 2 says select the text, insert date. So I'm going to click and drag to select the text and type in today's current date. Mark as answered and click Next. Next up, we're going to press Control F. Now, if you press Control F and nothing happens, you need to click on your Word document first and then press Control F. And this is the navigation pane. Mark as answered and click Next. In this navigation pane, we're going to tell Word to search for 2012. Please type 2012 in this box. And you'll notice that there are 2 occurrences, and then in the document themselves they will be in yellow. Mark as answered and click Next. Now we're going to try another shortcut, Control plus the H key. This brings up a new box. Again, if you did Control H and nothing happened, make sure you click on your Word file first. So when you press the Control key plus the H key, the Find and Replace box appears. Mark as answered and click Next. In the field titled Find What, please make sure 2012 is entered. And in the Replace With field, you're going to type 2016 and click Replace All. It tells you how many replacements it made, and you're going to click OK. Now we're going to close the Find and Replace dialog box, and we're going to close the navigation pane. Save the document. So you can save it multiple ways. I'm going to use the Save icon in the Quick Access toolbar, or you can click File Save. Mark as answered and click Next. We're going to open a new document. So we're going to click File, Open, Browse. We're going to do File, Open, Browse each time. Find your documents. Find your Jasper Active folder. Find Resource Files and the TEC Employee List. We're now going to save it with a slightly different name in the My Projects folder. So we're going to go to File, Save As, Browse, Documents. We're going to do this each time just to make sure Jasper Active records us using the correct folder. Jasper Active, My Projects. And the name of this file needs to be TEC Employee List Revised. So even though it already says TEC employee list, I'm going to type over it. Capital T, capital E, capital C, and then employee with a capital E, list with a capital L, and revised with a capital R. Make sure what you've typed matches the directions exactly, and click Save. Mark as answered, and click Next. Step number 7, on the Home tab, find in the paragraph group, find the Show Hide Paragraph mark, and click it. Now you'll notice that every time in the document the Enter button was pressed, you will see the paragraph mark. Okay, so anytime you see that mark, it means the Enter key was pressed. Mark is answered, and click Next. We're going to press Control H again to use the Find and Replace box. So we've got the Find and Replace box, and this time we're going to try finding the special characters, the paragraph marks. So in the Find What field, we're going to backspace the 2012 out, and we're going to click on More. And then we're going to go to the bottom and click Special. And at this list at the top, choose Paragraph Mark. So we're telling Word to search for a paragraph mark. But actually we want to do 2 paragraph marks. So we're going to go back to Special and choose another paragraph mark. So now you have caret P, caret P. In the Replace with box field, we're going to take out 2016 and we're going to choose just 1 paragraph marker. So click on Special, Paragraph Mark. So we're telling Word to find any instances where there are 2 paragraph markers, or essentially we've clicked the Enter key twice, and replace it with just 1. So in our documents that have these extra spaces, we'll see those extra spaces disappear. Our directions ask us to click the Replace All button and to click OK. So now when you look at our document, we have a lot less space in between each of the names. Mark as answered and click Next. Now we're going to try finding a piece of text and change it with some formatting. So in the Find What field, delete your paragraph marks and type the name Sid Taylor, exactly as it shows you in the instruction panel. In the Replace With box, we're going to also type the same name, Sid Taylor. But with the replacing option, we're going to ask Word to add some formatting. And we do this by clicking Format at the bottom left and choosing Font. In the font style list, we're going to choose bold. And in the font size list, we're going to choose 12. Click OK to exit this dialog box. On our Find and Replace box, we're going to hit just Replace this time. This is different. When you hit Replace, it takes you to the part of the document with that text. And then if we press Replace one more time, it will change it to our new formatting. So it's bold and 12. And click OK. And then we're going to close the Find and Replace box by clicking the X. And step 6 here asks us to save and close the document. So I'm going to save it in the Quick Access toolbar and close it with the X. Mark as answered and click Next. We're now going to press the shortcut Control plus the N key to open a new blank document. If it doesn't work when you press those options, make sure you've clicked on Word on your screen. Press Control N, and we're going to go to File, Options. So options is at the bottom here of the file list. Remember, this area is called the backstage. We're going to click on options, and then you're going to find proofing. And then you're going to click on auto correct options. In this area, you can program commonly misspelled or mistyped words so that Word will automatically correct them for you. So in the replace box, I'd like you to type AND space DTHE. And there we go. We're telling Word that anytime you make this mistake and type and to the, we want to replace it with the correct typing AND space THE. And then click add. Mark as answered and click next. This function will also work with longer phrases. So if we have a website that we use frequently, but it's really long to type out, I'm going to tell Word that when I type TSG, I put that in the replace box, that means I want Word to replace the phrase TSG with the website travel.state.gov. Please make sure you're typing these exactly as they have them in the instruction panel. Click add and click OK 2 times to return to the document. Mark as answered and click next. All right. On the next and last step, we're going to type the phrases that are in the instruction panel. With paying careful attention to the mistakes. Midway here on the right hand side, you'll notice there's a spelling error. Instead of the, it says to the. You need to type it with that error, so then we can see what happens when Word corrects it. So please take a few moments to type in the text. Pay careful attention to capitals, spacing, and the mistakes. Alright, now I'm up to the place with the error, so I'm going to type it as the error and watch on the screen as Word automatically corrects it because we put that in the autocorrect options. Now I'm going to continue with the typing. And now it's time to put in TSG, and we'll watch what happens to Word when we type TSG. You'll notice it automatically changes to the website. Please make sure you're not making mistakes, or fix them as you catch them. And at the bottom of this text, there's another TSG, so we're going to type TSG and watch as Word changes it to the website. Okay, once all that text has been typed in, and you've noticed that Word has automatically replaced the text with the entries from the autocorrect list, you can mark as answered and close the documents without saving. So when it asks me to continue without saving, I'm going to click yes. And I'm going to close this other Word document. And now I'm going to click Show Results. Click yes to continue. And that was a long lesson. Click X to return to the Jasper Active menu. You have now completed Lesson 2, Chapter 5.